is a CBS4 Tropical Storm Isaias update.
Good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Craig Setzer, and we have our new stats here. This is the intermediate advisory. It updates the numbers. We get the numbers updated about every 3 hours. The next complete advisory will come in at 11. But because the storm is now in our neighborhood and we don't expect any sudden changes, there might be some wobbles and it might intensify or decrease intensity a little bit over the next 3 hours. But at 11, we don't think there's going to be any big changes. That being said, of course, we will have it for you on CBS4 at 11. Here's the latest advisory on the stats as of 8 p.m. 70-mile-an-hour winds, so a strong tropical storm just shy still of hurricane strength. This number's big over here. This is the motion. It's northwest, but now it's 9 miles an hour. Remember, a couple days ago, it was moving 23 miles an hour, so it's slowing down as it approaches us. What that means is that the bad weather that we're going to get, the tropical storm conditions for parts of the area, they're going to take longer to get here, but they're also going to take longer to leave. So it's going to be kind of a windy, stormy night. Squalls coming through, things will be rattling, the power may go out where you live. So those are all things you need to keep in mind as we go through the night, and then we start to see some improvement tomorrow. 100 miles right now southeast of Fort Lauderdale. So here is the satellite loop, and this is the latest reconnaissance out there. Hurricane hunters all over this storm. Now, we have a jet aircraft that's flying up and around the storm, checking the atmosphere for anything that might help to influence the models with steering. We have an Air Force hurricane hunter right here. We have a NOAA plane here that's doing research. He's kind of picking his way through the storm. So it is definitely being watched very, very closely, and it's close enough now that we can also see it on the radar over time. So if there's any big changes, of course, we'll cut in and let you know, but I don't think we're going to see any big sudden changes in the next 3 hours. The big thing, the big story, though, has been the wind shear. It has been blowing hard against the storm, and that has kept a lid on it from getting any stronger. We would not at all in any way see it suddenly strengthen to Category 2 or Category 3. It's just not physically possible. It would violate the laws of physics. I know it's 2020, but that's not going to happen. So lots of dry air, that's the red, blowing into the storm, keeping it from intensifying. But we do have hurricane warnings to our north because it is forecast to strengthen just a little bit and approach the coast up there. Tropical storm warnings here in South Florida from Key Largo through Broward and Miami-Dade. Here we go into time now. There's the clock up there, and you can see as we go into 10 p.m. a little bit closer. There is the 1 a.m. position. Now the yellow area is into much of Broward and northeast Miami-Dade. There, of course, is the cone where the center is expected to be. And then here we are at 5 a.m. tomorrow. And then as we go forward into time, there we are at 9 a.m. And now the storm is finally starting to leave. In fact, by noon, it's still going to be windy, but the weather gradually improves. There's the radar this evening. You can see the center there and kind of a sheared area of storms moving away. Actually, the whole center is right there, but there's that weird, funny-looking radar signature out there. As far as we're concerned, here come the showers now. They're increasing. They're moving toward us, and we're going to see gusty winds as we go through the night. Here's our Windjam Resort camera. Pretty rough surf out there, a live picture. Main thing, I think, tonight, power outages. So place a flashlight where it can be easily found. Turn your freezer setting, not your refrigerator, cold, and don't venture out due to possible down power lines overnight. Of course, we'll have the latest advisory coming up on CBS4 News tonight at 11, and of course, we will break in if there's any big changes, but I don't expect any.